Hi there, Kate. It's nice to meet you. Is now a good time to talk, dear? I'm your husband's ex-wife. My name's Tilly, and there's something very important you and I need to discuss. Huh? I don't know what you mean. My husband's ex-wife? How did you get this number? Oh, don't mind that, dear. How I got your number is insignificant. Yes, you heard me right. I'm your husband's ex-wife. Would you mind explaining what this is all about? Or, wait, actually, what the hell? How about you don't message me out of the blue with weird made-up stories? My husband was never married before me because I'm his first wife. Made up? I'm not making anything up. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, my dear. Wait a second. Did he keep it a secret from you the whole time? Keep what a secret from me? Ah, so it's like that, is it? I see. Aha, I understand. So he's using you as a stopgap until me and him get remarried. Oh, you poor thing. A stopgap? I guess he's using you to try and cover up the pain of him having to break up with me. And who can blame him, really? It must have taken quite the toll on him emotionally. Oh, you poor girl, you went into this totally blind, didn't you? You married him without knowing anything about his past or his plans for the future. Oh, how careless. I hate to have to break this to you, but you do realize you'll be getting a divorce before long, don't you? I feel sorry for you. I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about. It's fine, dear. I understand this must be a lot to take in, and I totally understand the urge to bury your head in the sand and deny reality. But it's time to wake up and smell the coffee. This is happening whether you like it or not. The sooner you accept it, the better. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid, right? You either rip it off quickly and get it over with, or drag it out and prolong the pain. Which will it be, sweetie pie? Are you sure this isn't a case of mistaken identity? Because I really don't understand what you're saying. Anyway, how did you even get my number? Ugh, you really are quite the stubborn one, aren't you, sweetie pie? I was hoping I wouldn't have to say this, but you leave me no choice. Are you sitting down? You might want to be. Let me spell it out for you. Me and your husband made a promise to get remarried again in 5 years' time. Huh? In 5 years' time? You see, the truth is, he never wanted to break up with me in the first place. My beautiful face, my gorgeous figure, my award-winning personality. I truly am a prize among prizes. There's no man in this world who wouldn't be proud to have a doll like me on his arm. Who in their right mind would break up with someone like me by choice? But you know what meddling interferers some people can be, right? Everyone was so insistent we get a divorce, we felt we had no choice but to create some distance until they all forgot about us and moved on. Basically, my ex-husband's wedding to you was a sham. Now, dear, this part's very important, so allow me to make it as clear as I possibly can. You, my dear, were nothing but a 5-year stopgap to keep my ex-husband, who loves me more than anything in the world, from getting lonely and to keep his mating equipment in good working order. This next part's important too, so listen up. I am pregnant with your husband's kid, so he's done with you now. Get a divorce. I see. So let me get this straight. You're pregnant with my husband's baby? That's right. We only met to discuss the next stage of our 5-year plan and iron out the details of our remarriage. But a flame that roars as deeply and intensely as our passion for one another never goes out. And before you know it, one drink leads to 2, the bar leads to the bed, one thing leads to another, and, well, you know the rest. And goodness me, he has still got the moves. Thanks for keeping his equipment in good working order for me, sweetie pie. So yes, dear, that's how I got pregnant with your husband's baby. And when was this exactly? About 4 months ago. 4 months? I take it you understand your situation now. I suggest you hurry up and perform a disappearing act so that me and my love muffin can finally be together again, sweetie. And sooner, not later. I feel like I should get this out of the way first so your delusions don't get any more out of hand. But I am my husband's first wife. What the fuck? Yes, That's right, which means his wedding to me was his first. Yeah, whatever. I understand the revelation that you were nothing but a stopgap all along must be quite a bitter pill to swallow, but you really can't keep denying reality forever, my dear. Besides, I want us to get married again before the baby is born. Hurry up and divorce him. I need to confirm what you're saying with my husband. I can't just take the word of some random stranger who messaged me out of the blue at face value, especially not about something this important. Sure, I understand that. It's fine, dear. Go and run off to carry out your little checks. But whether you confirm it or not, the answer will remain the same. Paul, are you there? Are you free for a phone call now, or to message? I need to speak to you urgently about something.
Hey, Kate. I'm on the train right now and there's some kids asleep next to me, so you should probably message. What's up?
Sorry if what I'm about to ask shocks you.
Huh?
Are you a divorcee?
Excuse me?
Right? I'm sure you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, but I just got a bunch of messages from someone named Tilly.
Tilly?
She's claiming to be my husband's ex-wife.
What the heck?
She said you met up 4 months ago after being divorced for a while, did the deed, and got her pregnant. Now she's demanding we get a divorce.
Whoa. No way. I don't know a Tilly. I've never met a Tilly, and I sure as heck didn't get Tilly pregnant. This is my first time ever marrying anyone, babe.
I know. It's not that I don't believe you. I do. But when she sent me all these messages, I had to check whether you had any idea who she might be or what the hell she's talking about. Doesn't the name ring any bells at all? Or is there anyone you can think of who might lie about this? Besides, 4 months ago, you were...
Huh? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
So it's fair to say you have absolutely no idea who she is then.
Yeah, exactly, babe. I have literally no idea whatsoever.
Got it.
What are you gonna do next?
Isn't that the question? I'm not sure. What do you think I should do? If neither of us know who she is, I guess there really isn't much we can do.
But if neither of us have a clue who she is, how did she get your number? That's a little concerning.
No kidding. I mean, she's probably just confused and making the mother of all misunderstandings, right? That's the only logical explanation I can think of. Let me ask around my friends and family. Maybe someone knows who she is. Who knows, maybe something happened in my hometown during the 6 months since we moved to the city for your work transfer.
Good idea. Yeah, maybe that could be it. But Kate, I don't think you should reply to her messages while we're still figuring out what's going on. It's all happening at a kind of inconvenient time, huh? How about we put our heads together and have a proper think about how to deal with this once we're both back home from our business trips. Just ignore her for now, all right?
All right, honey. Got it. Paul, are you on the train home yet?
Yeah, I'll be getting off soon.
All right, I'll try to make this quick then. I found out who Tilly is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my aunt told me. Seriously, you're never gonna believe this.
What? Who is she?
Well, to put it simply, it's just like I predicted. Someone made the mother of all misunderstandings. What we're dealing with here, Paul, is a case of mistaken identity.
What the...
This is gonna take me a while to explain, so I'll tell you everything after we both get home. I only just got on the train myself. The message from my aunt came just after I sat down. I think it'll be quicker if you just read her message.
All right, got it. I have another changeover after this one, but the train seemed to be running on time today, so I should be home in about an hour.
All right, take care, honey. See you soon. Kate, my dear, would you hurry up and divorce my husband like we discussed already? I haven't heard from you at all since you said you were going to confirm it with him. You're making the biggest mistake of your life if you think you can pull the wool over my eyes. If this is a technique to get rid of me, it's not going to work. You might not have realized, but I know where you live, and believe me, I'm ready to break and enter as soon as I feel I have to. Hey, Tilly, good timing. I was just about to message you. Is that so? Well, how did it go? You must have been heartbroken when he told you he wanted to get back with me, right? Nope, because that didn't happen. Like I told you before, I'm Paul's first wife. He has no idea who you are. Huh? Paul? Not only that, but Paul was in hospital with a broken back 4 months ago. He wasn't even capable of getting out of his hospital bed unassisted, let alone getting anybody pregnant like you claim. This is undoubtedly a case of mistaken identity. Wait a sec, who on earth is Paul? My husband. What? What in heaven's name are you talking about, my dear? Stop trying to trick me. His name is Ryan. No, his name is definitely Paul. His name is Ryan! Tilly, you still don't understand, do you? Understand what? That this is an absurd case of mistaken identity. What? I know who Ryan is, but he is most definitely not my husband. What are you talking about? I know one of your relatives introduced you and arranged for you to go on some dates on the assumption you'd get married. You dated for a few months and then got married, didn't you? I know everything, Kate, so just stop lying already. You're right, my aunt did introduce us and we did go on a date and chat for a while over messages, but I never made any decision to go ahead with a wedding. It became clear soon enough that our values towards marriage were too different for us to be together. So I ended up turning him down, and with that, we went our separate ways. What? How can this be? If what you're saying is true, then why is Ryan married now? My aunt introduced him to someone else immediately after things didn't pan out between us, and they got married. Really? As for how you got a hold of my number, you must have gotten it somehow when you met Ryan 4 months back at that bar in town, right? Oh, well, yes. He left his phone unlocked when he went to the toilet, so I figured he wouldn't mind me taking a little look through his contacts. By the way, apparently he asked his wife to come along in secret to watch over things between you. She was sitting 2 tables away the whole time, and she saw everything. What? Based on the fact she saw you looking through his phone, they figured there was a strong chance you'd probably attempt to contact Ryan somehow. So they were prepared to face whatever you threw at them as a couple. But your whole plan ground to a halt because you were convinced it was me he got married to. You took my number instead of his wife's by mistake after he forgot to delete it. And then fully convinced you'd finally tracked down the woman who stole the man you were obsessed with, you messaged me, a complete stranger married to another man with your veiled threats and weird demands about divorces. Oh my God, what the? That's not all. When you and Ryan met at the bar, he was drinking non-alcoholic beer the whole time. Did you notice? Non-alcoholic? What the? Which means you were obviously lying about your pregnancy, which supposedly came after one thing led to another after one too many drinks. He clearly remembers you both going your separate ways after you left the bar because he was fully sober. Ugh, you know about that too? Besides, that whole thing about your 5-year promise to get remarried one day was a huge load of bullcrap too, wasn't it? It was nothing but a tragic story you told yourself to hide from the fact he didn't want to be with you. Ryan also knows you got caught cheating with yet another woman's husband recently and are up to your ears in debt repayments after being charged yet another huge bill for compensation. He knows everything. This can't be happening. No way. No. So, yeah, that got a little long, but the bottom line here is you messaging me was completely and utterly meaningless. Give me his wife's real number now. Ryan blocked me and I can't message him directly anymore. I don't know his wife, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you jack. None of this is my problem. Well, find out who she is and give me her number. And why exactly would I go and do something like that? Besides, even if I did, would it change anything? If you don't help me out on this one, I'll steal your husband. Is that what you want, woman? Do not test me. If you think you're capable of that, go right ahead. Oh, no, you didn't. You just made the biggest mistake of your life, dear. No man on earth is able to resist my stunning good looks and curvaceous body. You just opened Pandora's box, bitch. Actually, my Paul hates sex-obsessed control freaks, so I don't think I have anything to worry about. What did you just call me? The mere thought alone of a cheap 2-bit whore like you going anywhere near him makes him feel an overwhelming sense of physical revulsion. He sat next to me right now and said you make him want to throw up. No, you're lying. Go on, Tilly, tell me. Why did Ryan divorce you in the first place? How did it go again? Did it begin with C and end in heating? Oh yeah, that's right. You had an affair. Any merits you might have had in the looks and sexual technique departments are canceled out by your vile personality and complete lack of common sense, you insane, deluded woman. How dare you? Nobody speaks to me like that. I swear I'll make you pay for this if it's the last thing I do. You just wait. Gah! Anyway, we're done here. See ya. Apparently, a woman broke into a certain someone's house seeking revenge a few days after our little message exchange. Rumor has it she broke in by climbing a tree and breaking an upstairs window before smashing anything she could get her hands on, while frothing at the mouth in an uncontrollable rage like a frenzied chimp with late-stage rabies. However, the new resident of that certain someone's house was an unfortunate man who moved in half a month ago, and had no idea whatsoever who the strange woman flailing around in his bedroom was. When she realized she got the wrong person, again, she burst into tears, collapsed into a crumpled heap on the floor, and began rocking back and forth in the fetal position at the feet of the poor confused man whose bedroom she just smashed up. Apparently, faint whimpers of, "I thought Ryan was gonna pay off my debts," could be heard intermittently between pathetic sobs as tears streamed down her face like Niagara Falls. I'm sure you guessed already, but that woman's name was Tilly. It turns out Ryan, who she was stalker levels of obsessed with, became the CEO of a major bank since they divorced, which probably has something to do with why she was so committed to the idea of marrying him. A few days after her unhinged rampage, Tilly received a bill for $5,000 in damages from the lawyer of the poor man whose bedroom she smashed up. Having already been disowned by her family for a never-ending slew of affairs, Tilly, now a broken, defeated mess up to her ears in debt and compensation repayments, had not a soul in the world to rely on. Last I heard, she now spends her days and nights in a state of absolute physical and mental exhaustion, working 4 jobs to keep up with the repayments. Her sanity gradually waning, and any semblance of happiness she may have once had now nothing but a distant memory.
Gina, I need to talk to you about my mom's funeral.
Oh, sure, Anton. I just heard from your dad. We'll all be meeting up for drinks on Thursday the 5th, and the funeral itself is on Friday, right?
Yeah, that's right. Apparently we got pushed back a day because they're having some technical problems at the funeral parlor. So we're just gonna go for drinks on the 5th instead.
Right. It's also the busiest time of year for them right now, and I heard you sometimes have to wait over a week, so I guess we should count ourselves lucky they managed to fit us in the next day.
So anyway, as for what I messaged you about, sorry babe, but I'll be going to work today.
Huh? Work? I thought today was the start of your condolence leave. I thought you got a full week off for a parent.
I do. But I got a call from the hospital Mom was staying at while I was at work and had to rush off in a panic. I had to drop a particularly troublesome project I've been trying to get completed for ages. And now the office is in chaos with everyone trying to pick up the pieces. I didn't find anyone to take over for me, so I'm worried about how they're going to cope since everyone already has their own stuff to deal with. I'll never be able to have peace of mind with the thought of them all rushing around and having their schedules messed up on my behalf. So I'm gonna dash over and take care of it. Which means, and I'm sorry about this, babe, but I think I'll be sleeping at the office tonight.
I see.
I'll be home tomorrow night. I feel bad asking, but would you mind taking care of my pops in the house while I'm away?
I see. I guess you are in a difficult spot, and it's only natural you'd want to get back on top of everything to save your coworkers the trouble. I think your work ethic and sense of duty to your company are admirable.
I'm really sorry about the timing here, babe. I know it sucks, but we do have a little time before the funeral, and I seriously need to get this handled as soon as possible so things can get back to normal for everyone at the office and I can get a good night's sleep again.
Yeah, I get it. All right. Gina. Long time no see, girl. It's me, Nina. Do you remember me? Huh? Nina? Nina? Oh, by any chance, is this the Nina from my class in high school? Bingo! Anyway, let's get down to business. Tell me, Gina, where do you think I am right now? I'm sorry, Nina, but I don't have time to be messaging right now. I'll get in touch when things have settled down, okay? Ooh, get you, little Miss Diva. Looks like someone's in a grouch. No, it's not like that. Looks like I have no choice. Hey, Gina, it must really suck for you, huh? I can't believe it's your husband's day off, but he didn't even stay home to spend time with you. Day off? Sure, it's technically his day off. We don't have the luxury of spending time together right now. We're going through a difficult time. Ah, I see. Does that mean you saw this coming? Me stealing your husband Anton from you, that is. Huh? So, back to where we just left off. Where do you think I am right now, Gina? Go on. Tell me. I don't know, and I don't care. Jeez, you're no fun. Whatever, so be it. The truth is, I'm with Anton in the luxury hot spa resort in Gregsby Town. Quit joking around. I'm not in the mood. You wish I was joking. What the hell is this? We've been dating for a whole 2 years now. I think it's gonna be time for us to tie the knot soon. Yes. My big dream wedding is going to be amazing. 2 years? Does that mean you've had your claws in him ever since we started caring for his mom? You need to hurry up and divorce him so I can have him all to myself. Why would you be doing this now of all times? Listen to me, girl, and listen good. You think you're such hot shit, don't you? Did you think I forgot what a teacher's pet you were in school? You had no right to be getting grades that good despite coming from a single mother household. You even got into the best college in the state, and on a scholarship with a tuition fees exemption, no less. Ugh, it makes my blood boil just thinking about it. How can there be so much injustice in the world? You make me sick, you disgusting freeloader. Wait, is this why you... And that's not all. Anton's mom and dad were fiercely against the wedding when they found out you were raised by a single mom, weren't they? No, that was only his mom, actually. Sure, she might have been opposed to us being together, but his dad and little brother were perfectly fine with it. And actually, they were super supportive. We ended up going ahead with it in the end after Anton persuaded his mom to give us the go-ahead. Yep, I know. I didn't ask for an explanation, sweetie. You see, I already know the intimate details of your private life. Apparently, she only agreed to let you marry when he told her that you, coming from a broken family, meant you'd have nowhere to escape to, so she could treat you like her own personal slave. Did you know that's how Anton talks about you behind your back? Huh? Wait, what? Your mom got on board when she heard that, which is the only reason she finally agreed to the marriage. Didn't you think it was strange how she changed her mind all of a sudden? What is this? If you don't believe me, how about I send you the chat logs? I keep them in a special folder I check whenever I'm feeling bored and need to laugh. I see. I would like to confirm all this now, but I'm incredibly busy and it's not a good time. Listen, Nina, if you want me to divorce him, you're gonna need to send me a hell of a lot more proof than just a picture. Sure, I can do that. My family is rich, so if you charge us for compensation, we'll barely even notice. My mommy and daddy will be happy to pay any amount of money if it means securing their precious daughter's happiness. So it's evidence you want, huh? All right, prepare to receive mountains of the stuff. You're probably going to want to start crying when you see what I'm about to send, so be sure to take regular breaks in between looking and taking deep, big breaths.
Hey, Gina, you announced you were divorcing me at my mom's frickin' funeral? What the hell's gotten into you? I can't believe you shoved a set of divorce papers in my face and stormed out of the church while I was mourning my dead mom. I got quizzed and interrogated by my entire goddamn family because of you. Do you know how much embarrassment you've caused me? This is the most senseless, ridiculous, absurd thing I've ever heard of.
If I'm absurd, then what are you?
Excuse me? What have I done that's absurd?
How about you ask your girlfriend about it? You are just as bad as each other.
My girlfriend?
Nina Jenkins.
What?
I know all about how you guys met after you approached her at a bar, but apparently you didn't know she was my classmate back in high school.
Seriously? Wait, but how do you know any of this?
She exposed your relationship to me herself. Tell me, Anton, when do you think she told me? It was the night of the first day of your condolence leave, when you told me you were going to the office.
What?
A luxury hot spa resort, huh? You must have been really broken up about your mom. Congrats, Anton. You just won the grand prize for being the world's biggest scumbag. I mean, please. Using your condolence leave to go on a seedy vacation with your lover behind your wife's back? Are you really in any position to say I'm acting senselessly?
Gina, well, Nina seemed so excited when she pitched the plan for the vacation to me that I couldn't refuse.
Really? Because based on what she told me, you offered to pay for the whole thing. Also, she thought it was just a regular vacation and didn't know anything about your mom.
Huh?
I don't know if it's because Nina's never had a single job in her life, but she didn't know what condolence leave meant when I told her the situation.
Wow, really?
I'm sure you can imagine how surprised I was to get a slew of gloating messages from your pea-brained lover about how she'd stolen you from me while I was making preparations for your mom's funeral and you pretended to be at work. You're reaching levels of absurdity previously thought impossible here, Anton. I guess trying to steal another woman's husband is pretty absurd in and of itself. I couldn't decide whether you were both as bad as each other.
But
when I stopped to think about it, I figured the guy who used his condolence leave to mourn his dead mother as an opportunity to go on a lover's hot spa retreat absolutely had to take the prize. You may have been cheating on me, and Princess Nina may have come at you all of a sudden begging for a vacation, but I might have actually been able to maintain the tiniest morsel of respect for you if you'd offered to reschedule for a later date, or just said no because you were mourning your mom. The fact that you still chose your lover's vacation in spite of everything you had going on shows me that you truly are a heartless lowlife with zero redeeming qualities. And that's the mild version of what I think you are. Believe me, I could say so much more, but then I figure, what's the point? It won't change anything, and you're not worth the energy.
Just shut up, woman. This ain't fair. You can't go pinning this all on me. You've done your fair share of wrong, too. You got up and stormed out like a little kid having a tantrum in the middle of my mom's frickin' funeral. I mean, seriously, shoving a set of divorce papers in my face in front of all those people? What in the heck do you think you're playing at? Surely you could have waited until after the funeral. Why did you have to go and embarrass me in front of everyone I know like that? You got some nerve to spit on my mom's memory by turning her funeral into an episode of Jerry Springer, and then act like you're some righteous hero of justice, and I'm the one in the wrong.
Right. Normally what I did would be downright unacceptable. But you see, Anton, your dad gave me his permission to do what I did at the funeral.
What? My dad?
Listen, your lover, Nina, tried to barge her way into our house this morning.
She did what now?
You didn't tell her about your mom, so she had no idea how busy I was with the funeral arrangements. She was so disappointed at how weak my reaction to finding out about the affair was after she'd been waiting so long in excitement to tell me about it. Between feeling let down by how few craps I gave about her and the fact that you hadn't been answering her calls and responding slowly to her messages lately, she reached her wits' end, flipped out, and drove over to the house in a rage. Her anger turned to confusion when she let herself in by the front door, only to find your dad sobbing alone in his mourning clothes, holding a photo of your mother in the kitchen. That's when the reality of the situation sunk in.
My dad?
Your dad's always had good instincts. Figuring something fishy was going on, instead of calling you, he called me immediately and asked me to come over. When I explained the situation to him, it became pretty obvious what had happened.
Are you serious?
That's not all. Your dad, livid with what you'd done, messaged the whole family and everyone set to attend the funeral with word of your affair.
He did what?
He told me I was free to leave the funeral at any time if the stress of everything all got to be too much for me. And to be honest, I was already at breaking point mentally and emotionally. So I took him up on his offer and left halfway through. As for the divorce papers, Nina brought them with her when she let herself into the house. All I did was sign them and hand them over to you.
Jesus Christ. This cannot be real. Where's Nina now?
She went home. I called her parents after she left and told them about what she'd done, so presumably they're surveilling her at their place now.
Gina?
Oh, and you'll be paying me compensation.
Compensation?
I'll be hiring a lawyer in a week or so once I've had the time to rest and get my mind in a better place.
You're gonna file for compensation from me while I'm still mourning my mom.
Somehow or other, Anton, I feel like using your condolence leave to go on vacation at a hot spa resort with your lover permanently disqualified you from using your mother's death as an excuse to get out of anything.
Yeah, but...
I also have your dad's full support and backing, so I'm fully committed to doing this properly, and I promise I'll be taking you for everything I can. You better not try to escape. It's time to man up and face the consequences of your actions. Gina? Hello, are you there? What do you want? Well, I was kinda hoping we could discuss the whole thing with the compensation. I'll be hiring a lawyer over the coming days, so they'll be in contact with you, and we've decided on how much you owe me. Well, Gina, I was kinda hoping we could, forget about all this. Excuse me? Please, just think about this for a sec. I didn't know anything about Anton's mom dying, or you guys being in the middle of making the preparations for her funeral, right? If I had known, I would have never have done what I did when I did. In a sense, I'm a victim in all this too, because Anton lied to me. So yeah, can we just forget all this and move on? Let bygones be bygones and all that? You must be crazy if you think I'm just gonna forget about what you did to me. Sure, I acknowledge that Anton was in the wrong for not telling you about his mom or the funeral. Right? So why can't we just forget about it? Because Anton not filling you in on all the details about his mom and you stealing my husband from me are two completely separate issues. So the compensation is going full steam ahead. You'll be paying me a lot of money, Nina, so I suggest you start rummaging through your piggy bank. Oh my god, what the hell is wrong with you? Have you never heard of the word sympathy before? How about you try having a heart, you insensitive old bag? I have been researching legal stuff online, and I'm pretty sure this counts as what was it again? Extenuating circumstances. Extenuating circumstances? It counts as nothing of the sort, and you're tragically deluded if you think otherwise. In what way does not knowing about Anton's mom's funeral expunge you of guilt for the affair? Not only that, but an affair you intentionally plotted with glee to satisfy some pathetic grudge you held against me since back when we were in high school, and which you willfully and voluntarily sent me tons of evidence of to hurt me as much as possible. How could you think there is any way for you to get off the hook on this one? Well, just listen to me. You don't know how difficult my situation is right now. I have always been more of a housework girl, so I haven't had many jobs and don't have much experience working. Correction. I think you mean you've never had any jobs. Just because Mommy and Daddy reached their wits' end with you sponging off them and refused to pay the compensation doesn't mean you're getting out of it. I can't do this, Gina. I am begging you. Please, try to understand. What, did you seriously think I was going to feel any pity for you because you're actually going to have to face the consequences of your actions yourself, instead of being pulled out of yet another mess by the bank of Mommy and Daddy? But... Obviously not. I'm actually pleased it turned out this way. But I never thought this was gonna happen. Anyone who goes out of her way to steal another woman's husband should be prepared to lose everything. Gina! I'm not letting you off the hook. And I have zero sympathy for you. I have no intention of going easy on you in court. You will be paying me every cent of the compensation I charge you for. Oh my God! There's no way out this time. You made your bed. Now lie in it. After moving out of the in-laws' house, my friend kindly let me stay with her for a while. And with that, I finally set to work on hiring a lawyer and kicking off the divorce proceedings. I was convinced Anton would try to resist me at every turn, but to my surprise, he decided to yield to my demands after receiving a stern talking to from his dad. A few days later, I received every cent of the compensation I asked for in one lump sum, and the divorce was finalized. To make matters worse for my wayward ex-husband, word of him using his condolence leave to go on a lover's vacation got out at his workplace, and he voluntarily resigned to avoid the shame of being fired at the request of his boss. Finally, he was disowned by his dad and kicked out of the house. As for Nina, his partner in crime, after paying me my compensation by taking out a huge loan, she too was disowned by her mom and dad and kicked out onto the streets with nothing but a few dollars and a suitcase with her belongings to her name. There's something kind of poetically romantic about the two lovers of our story getting disowned by their parents and made homeless at the same time, don't you think? Apparently, they started renting a crappy old beat-up apartment in the rough part of town, an area known for its major crackhead and prostitute problem. However, in a sweet irony, it turns out Anton and Nina weren't a very good match for each other after all. Apparently, they started getting into fierce arguments every day, and before long, the neighbors, sick of not being able to sleep, reported them to the landlord. It's looking like they're going to be thrown back out on the streets before the end of the month.
I don't believe this. I mean, seriously? This is completely unreal. I can't believe I didn't notice sooner. We need to have a talk, Aaron. Now, answer me.
June, what's going on? You seem like you're really upset. Was this something I did?
Yes, I'm talking about your job. You left your job looking for a better one, and now I hear you got a job as a janitor? And the worst part is, my friend saw you. She said you were cleaning the bathrooms at her office. I'm so humiliated.
Oh, that.
You said your old company was super shady and treated you horribly, so I can understand you wanting to leave and finding something better. But really? You thought being a janitor would be better? How? Ugh, I can't believe my friend saw you. Now all my other friends are gonna find out. My social life is ruined. What were you thinking taking a job like that?
June, I told you a while ago that I was looking at getting a job in a cleaning service company.
Yeah, and I thought you were joking. Why would someone who used to be a system engineer take a job as a janitor? Are you completely out of your mind?
I told you I was serious when I was applying. I was pretty clear it wasn't a joke.
I allowed you to quit your job because it sounded like you really were having a hard time. But why couldn't you pick up something in the same industry? At least something where you actually use your computer skills. Seriously, you need to explain yourself. Why did you get a job as a janitor?
Well, I've grown kind of tired of sitting at a desk and staring at a screen all day. I thought it'd be refreshing to do a bit of manual labour for a change.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I only started dating you because system engineer sounded like a really cool and important job that paid a lot of money. You seemed like a man I could count on to support me. And now, not only have you thrown away that title and the paycheck that came with it, you've lowered yourself to the position of a janitor. That's like the lamest possible job I can think of.
Hey, now that's uncalled for. I'm disappointed in you, June. I didn't think you're the type of person who would judge someone based on their job like this.
I'm not about to sit here and be lectured to by some loser janitor. Maybe try doing a job that puts you slightly above the level of a high school dropout. I'm done with you. We're breaking up. I refuse to waste one more second of my youth dating a janitor.
Oh yeah, fine by me. Honestly, I should be thanking you for revealing this disgustingly elitist and bigoted side of yourself before our relationship progressed any further.
Oh, F off, janitor.
Don't ever message me again, June. Delete my number from your phone.
Oh, I'm not just deleting your number, I'm blocking you on all my social media accounts. If I ever see you again, it'll be way too soon. Actually, I think I'll call the police if you ever come within 50 feet of me. Goodbye, forever. Hey there, Aaron. It's been a while, huh? How have you been?
Who's that?
Oh, don't pretend you've forgotten. It's me, silly.
No, I definitely either forgot who you are or never knew you in the first place.
Oh, you. Always the jokester. It's me, June.
June? Wait, oh, God, no.
Hey, what's up with that reaction? I just messaged you for the first time in 7 years. Shouldn't you be a bit happier to hear from me?
I was actually feeling pretty happy until you texted me.
Oh, there you go, joking around again. It's okay, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. 7 years ago, right after you told me to delete your number, you realized that you made a huge mistake. And for all this time, you've been too shy to admit it, so you've been bottling up your feelings for me to the point they're about to burst. I figured I would do the favor of being the first one to bridge the gap and open the door back up to having something between us. So come on, Aaron, you can be more honest and tell me how you really feel.
Do you really want to know how I really feel? Because it's going to involve a lot of four-letter words.
You sure are stubborn, huh? Don't you at least want to say thank you to me? After all, it was my pop talk that made you what you are today.
What are you talking about?
You really worked your way up from a janitor to being the company president, and it's all thanks to my encouragement and the cherry on top of your success story. Now you get to marry me. Aren't you lucky?
Rather go back to cleaning toilets.
So tell me, how much are you making as the president now anyway? I need to know that before I allow you to marry me. If possible, could you send me last year's W-2 form just to make sure? You know what they say, trust but verify. If it seems like it'll be enough, then I'll allow you to propose to me.
It would seem that even after all these years, you haven't let go of your bigotry towards janitors.
Why would that matter? You're not a janitor anymore, are you? So hurry up and tell me your salary. This is a limited time offer that you don't want to miss.
Listen, June, I actually still clean toilets now.
Really?
Not just toilets. I clean restaurant kitchens covered in years of caked-on grease and showers that haven't been used in years that are covered in mould and mildew. I also take requests for cleaning up houses where hoarders used to live. You know those ones you see on TV with trash piled all the way up to the ceiling? And sometimes I even do garbage collection.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. I'm still doing cleaning work, June. And no, I'm not telling you my salary or giving you my freaking W-2 form. Seriously, what kind of person asks for that?
Oh my god, you're in even lower position than before? Aw man, I heard that you had become the company president, so I thought I could try and get back together with you. Good grief, and to think I almost let you marry me? I was being way too careless. I'm very disappointed in you, Aaron. You had 7 years to make something of yourself, and yet you haven't moved up the ladder at all. What a joke. Well, too bad for you. You could have had a chance to marry me, but not anymore. The offer is withdrawn.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh, that's exactly how I thought you'd react.
Yeah, how else am I supposed to react to someone with such a pathetic career trajectory as you? I'm blocking you again. Bye. Hey, what gives, Aaron? Why didn't you tell me? You tricked me. I met up with an old friend from high school today, and I got to talking about how much of a pathetic loser you still were after all this time. And do you know what she told me? That you're making more than $100,000 a year. You said you still do cleaning work, but you really meant that you run a company that does cleaning work. You're not still a janitor. Why did you lie to me like that? That was totally uncalled for. Company presidents don't clean toilets. They get their loser employees to do it for minimum wage. You're way too important to do basic manual labor like that. I see how it is now. It's all very clear to me. My mind is 100% made up. I'm gonna marry you after all. Let's go down to the courthouse right now. I'll come and pick you up. I'm gonna go put on my dress and makeup now. See you in a little bit.
What the?
Ah, there you are. You finally responded. Like I said, I'm on my way over there to pick you up. Just hold on a little bit longer, sweetie.
I've been married for a long time now.
What?
How did you manage to hear that I was a company president and making over $100,000 a year? But the fact that I'm married happened to slip past you. Are you serious?
You're really married?
June, do you know how much time has passed since we broke up?
Well, sure, it's been a while, but I figured that you still had feelings for me now.
Do you not remember that I called you disgustingly elitist and bigoted?
I can't believe it. Are you really not at all grateful that I gave you the push that led you to start your own company?
I didn't. When did I ever say I did? I became the president of the company I got hired into 7 years ago. I didn't start my own company.
What?
The former president had a son who was going to inherit the business, but ended up going to a different profession, so he started looking into handing off the reins to a company employee, and he was so impressed with my work ethic that he chose me. He started training me in how the business operates, and when he thought I was ready, he resigned and gave me his position. Ever since I took over as president, I still go out and do cleaning work right alongside my employees. It builds trust and helps me be a better company leader. And by the way, my wife is also a company employee. We met on the job.
Are you for real? You still clean toilets even though you're the president?
What can I say? I legitimately enjoy the work. It's both mentally and physically engaging, and it's really just plain fun. I've actually packed on about 15 pounds of muscle since I started doing this. I'm in pretty good shape. The best part, though, is the satisfying feeling of seeing somewhere that used to be filthy become sparkling clean. I was also able to use my experience as a system engineer to make some changes in the company and make the office staff's jobs a whole lot easier. I get the blessing of being genuinely appreciated by my employees in the office and on the job site, as well as my customers.
What is wrong with you? How can you be so happy-go-lucky about working a disgusting job? Jeez, I've got a lot of work to do, but don't worry, I'll have you whipped into shape in no time once we're married. Hurry up and divorce your current wife, okay? The sooner the better. I can go and pick up the paperwork at the courthouse later on this week.
I'm not marrying you.
What?
I couldn't have someone with your bigotry around me or my company. You'd probably make half my workers quit within a month. If this is supposed to be some kind of joke, it's not funny at all.
I'm not joking, I'm dead serious. Don't worry, we can talk about all this in person. I'll be at your house in a few minutes.
What? You're actually coming over here right now?
Well, duh, I'm gonna be your wife, aren't I? I'm not interested in a long-distance relationship.
Stay away from my house.
Okay, this house definitely passes the test. I'll be fine living here.
Oh God, you're actually here. Wait, what do you mean my house is huge?
I've always dreamed of living in a palatial manor like this. It's even got a giant backyard. It'll be perfect for all of our kids to run around and play in. I've been knocking on the door for like 10 minutes now. Hurry up and let me in.
That's not my house.
What?
Honestly, I have no idea where you are. It's not my house. My backyard isn't all that big.
Wait a second. How is this not your house? It's the biggest house in town, and the sign at the end of the driveway has your name on it.
Do you even know what my last name is?
Duh. Of course I do. It's only been 7 years. It's not like I'd actually forget my boyfriend's last name in that little time.
I took my wife's last name when we got married.
You what?
I took my wife's last name. It's that simple. I hate to break it to you, but whoever owns that giant house you're at right now, it isn't me. I don't have any idea who they are. My old last name is pretty common.
Oh no.
I didn't do anything to you. You broke up with me. I don't need your permission or approval for anything that's happened in my life since then. It's none of your business.
But it is my business. I already moved out of my apartment for you. My parents got divorced and are both living in one-unit apartments, so I can't move back in with either of them. So you're my only option, Aaron. You have to let me stay with you. You're the only man for me.
I'm the only man for you, am I?
Yeah, I've never forgotten you for a single day over these 7 long years.
I wonder if you said something similar to the married man you slept with. By the way, how much did you have to pay his wife in damages?
Oh.
Pretty bold of you to sleep with your own boss, though. Guess that goes both ways. Plus, since your relationship had been going on for, 5 years? Bet you managed to get a 6-figure judgment out of you.
Oh no, how? How did you find out about that? Did you check me out? What a creepy thing to do.
We both used to hang out with the same people in college and I still talk to them. So I don't really have to go out of my way to hear the latest gossip on your train wreck of a life. So yeah, I've been aware for some time that you've been asking a bunch of people for information about me. More than one person has come up to me to warn me about you.
Oh great. Isn't this just wonderful? Now how am I gonna pay off that damn lawsuit?
And with that, my suspicions are confirmed. You're just trying to get back together with me so I'd pay off the money you owe to your boyfriend's wife.
If you loved me, you would do that for me. You would do anything for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't love you. I actually hate you. So I won't do anything for you.
You hate me?
I thought I'd made that more than clear through this conversation. Did you really need me to spell it out for you? Now, if you're still intent on storming into the house of a married man with children, I think you should keep one very important thing in mind. I'm armed. Do I make myself clear?
But where am I supposed to live now? And once my company found out I was sleeping with my boss, they fired me. What am I supposed to do? Tell me, Aaron.
Don't know, don't care. You're just facing the consequences of your actions.
Well then, could you at least let me live with you until I find a job and a new apartment?
Not a chance in hell.
Okay, then at least give me some money to tie me over until things settle down.
Not a chance in hell.
Come on, Aaron. What do I have to do to get you to help me?
There is not a thing you could possibly do that would ever get me to help you, June.
Please.
But even if that weren't the case, I'm right in the middle of a family vacation right now.
What? You're on vacation?
And I've already given you more than enough time out of my day, so I'll be getting back to my family now. Goodbye.
Aaron, wait.
My wife suggested to me that June probably got her hatred for janitors from her father. Before she started working at her current company, she actually used to work for a company that would send her to June's dad's company pretty frequently. And from what she says, he was an absolute monster to be around. He always treated the cleaning staff like they were trash. At one point, he disappeared though. It seems that he managed to get himself fired for repeated ethics violations. His wife divorced him too. Hearing that about her father, it totally makes sense why June turned out the way she did. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, as they say. Having run out of other options, June eventually decided that she'd go to her father for help. This, however, was a big mistake. Her unemployed and unemployable father was also riddled with debt from the lawsuit his former company filed against him. So now June was burdened with the task of working to pay off both her own lawsuit to her boyfriend's wife, as well as paying her dad's bills. It seems like she must have been really hard up for work though, because guess whose job application came across my desk a few weeks later? I looked it over, laughed, and promptly threw it in the trash.
Liam, huge problem.
What's up? I'm having to go into overtime here at work, so could you make this quick for me?
I was just told that my dad got into a car accident and is on his way to the hospital right now in the back of an ambulance.
Huh? He was in a car accident?
I'm thinking of heading over there right now.
Right now?
My mom isn't around anymore to deal with things like this, and my brother is overseas with his wife on vacation. I have to be the one to go and see him.
What hospital is your dad being taken to right now?
He's going to the emergency room at Hopkins Hospital.
Huh? Hopkins? That's all the way over in Manchester, right? That's all the way out where your family's house is, right?
Yes. This accident happened close to his house while he was out. I'm sorry, but I am heading over there right now.
Wait. I just wanted to make sure of this, but in 2 days you'll still be around to make it, right?
In 2 days?
I'm talking about Taylor's wedding. My little sister, Taylor. Your husband's little sister's wedding is in 2 days.
I understand that she's having a wedding and all, but I'm not sure how my dad is going to be doing by then. At this time, I don't have an answer for you regarding that.
Well then, make sure you do something that'll lead to you making over here on time.
You can say that all you want, but I'm not sure how things will be at that time yet.
Listen, Clara, this is going to be my cute little sister's biggest day. No matter what else is going on, her wedding is your most important event.
I understand that her wedding is important, but I'm not just going to leave my dad if he's still in a terrible state.
I'll not allow you to cancel last minute on my sister.
And I'm telling you that I don't want to be absent from her wedding, but at this point in time, I'm not really sure what to say yet as my answer, considering I'm not even sure what's happened to my dad yet. Once I'm able to see how much damage he sustained in the accident, I will be able to give you an answer. For the time being, just let me be with my dad.
Jeez.
I'm going to go see my dad now. Good morning, Liam. This is about my dad.
Yeah? I'm sure you're going to tell me that you'll be able to make it to my sister's wedding, right?
I'm really sorry to have to say this, but I'm not so sure I can make it. Wait, you have to understand that I really do want to be there.
Your dad? Is he really?
Wait. He's not in that kind of a state right now, but he suffered some serious injuries in that crash. No one else from my family is able to come and be with him right now, so I'll have to stay by his side for the next couple of days to make sure things are fine.
Well, during the wedding, you can at least take that time to come out and be with us.
Please don't say something like that when my dad is in this state. It'll already take me 4 hours to just get to the wedding, and then that'll take half a day before I have to drive another 4 hours back. That's a whole day. I can't be away from my dad for that long when anything could happen to him in that time.
I think I'm telling you to make this wedding your priority.
I'll make sure to apologize to Taylor later on for this, so would you please lay off me?
Jeez. Tell me that this whole thing about your dad being in some accident is just a lie.
What?
You sure you're not just trying to cover up the fact that you're out cheating on me right now?
Why would I be cheating on you?
Well, if you're not, then come to this wedding. Look, you can't make such a big deal out of your dad getting into a simple car accident. What the hell was your dad thinking getting into a crash at this time? Don't tell me that he got into the crash on purpose for you.
You're really starting to take things too far now, Liam.
Do you really think you're in the position to be getting upset with me right now? If you don't come to my sister's wedding, like I've asked you to, then I'm going to divorce you.
All right.
Great. Now make sure you're there on time.
I'm going to prioritize my dad.
Huh?
I'll make sure to apologize to your sister later, so that should be enough.
What the hell is this? Do you have any idea what you'd be doing leaving a seat open like this in my sister's family seating? You really think I'm going to let you get away with doing something so insane?
Your sister happens to have some common sense, so unlike you, she would most likely get mad at you and defend me for not wanting to be at that wedding. Because she knows that my dad comes first when there's an emergency involving him.
Taylor would never get mad at me over that.
Anyway, I am prioritizing my dad. Also, I've already made sure to tell Taylor about how my dad got into an accident and that I won't be able to make it to her wedding.
Excuse me?
She still hasn't replied to me, but I think someone like her will be able to understand me.
What the hell have you done?
I need to start taking care of my dad now as he's getting ready for surgery, and I need to make sure he's prepared for that.
You hold it right there. I will not forgive you for cancelling on my sister. I'll tell you one more time. If you don't show up to that wedding, then I'm divorcing you. If you don't want that happening, then come to this wedding. Understand?
Clara, I'm so sorry for only just seeing your messages to me now. Is your dad going to be all right? Sorry for getting you all worked up about this, Taylor. He's not in life-threatening condition right now, but he has been very badly injured in that crash and is undergoing surgery now. That means, as for your wedding tomorrow, I don't mind you being absent one bit, so please don't be worried about me. You had told me before that right now your brother and his wife are overseas for work, right? That's right. Although my brother's wife will be coming back to the States here pretty soon to help out with my dad after things settle down a little. But since they're on the other side of the world right now, it's going to take her some time to get back here. So you really are the only family that can be with your dad right now then. I want you to stay right where you are beside him and make sure he's okay. Are you really okay with this? Of course. It's your family emergency after all. I understand that my brother is making a huge deal out of all of this right now, but he's the only one who doesn't seem to get it. I'm sure that he'll settle down soon here and come to understand things, but this is always the way he acts around me, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. But my parents and I have come to accept that he's just an idiot, so we leave him be until he calms down again. Ah, is that right? And this isn't even his wedding, so he has no right telling you that you have to be here or not. My fiancé and I are both aware that you can't make it, and that should be enough to get him to shut up. Now, you take really good care of your dad. Thank you, Taylor.
Hey, Clara. You still over there with your dad or something?
I am. For the time being, I'm going to have to go back and forth between the hospital and my dad's house. So that's why I've started staying at this house while he's still in the hospital.
Not only did you cancel last minute on my little sister's wedding, but you left me, your husband, here all by myself now.
My husband?
That's right, you are my freaking wife. The only thing you should be prioritising is what I ask from you. Leave that old and dying man there by himself and come back to me. If you don't follow my command right now, then it's a divorce.
I know that, and that's why I already handed in the divorce papers for us.
What?
Just before the wedding, you told me that if I didn't come, that you would be divorcing me, right? And just yesterday, I got some mail from you that happened to be the divorce paperwork with all your signatures on them. And considering I didn't go to the wedding, I went ahead and handed in those papers for us.
Wait, I was just saying all that in order to get you to come.
But you even went and sent me the paperwork, right? You had signed all the papers and filled everything out for me. Seriously, you thought that you could just use divorce as a way of threatening me into doing everything you asked?
No, that's some...
Answer me right now, Liam. I mean, you always loved talking to me like you were at the top and knew everything and anything, so give me an answer.
Wait, that's... Would it be wrong for us to hand in our marriage papers again?
Excuse me?
Well, look, my little sister only just got married, and a few days later her older brother got divorced, and seems like Taylor is really pissed at me right now.
Ah, you don't have to worry about all that. Everyone hates you now, including Taylor.
Huh?
Liam, from what I've heard, at Taylor's wedding you would not stop talking crap about how bad of a wife I was, right? Taylor had already known about what was going on with me and why I couldn't make it to her wedding. She even went and told all her friends and family about where I was, and they all agreed that it was better I stay with my dad than come all the way out there. But the moment you took a sip of alcohol, you started to shout about how you would divorce me for not listening to you. Things about how much you hated me and wanted to leave me and couldn't stand me anymore. And when people would walk away from you as you continued to go on and on about me, you started to yell louder, trying to get someone to come over and agree with you. I heard that Taylor's wedding wasn't even halfway over with yet before she had to get people to haul you out of there and lock the doors on you.
You know about all that as well?
After that had happened to you out of pure alcoholic rage, you went and sent me those papers, right? Anyway, you and I are divorced now. I'm pretty sure I've said all I've needed to you now, so consider this the moment where our ties are cut, please.
What the hell?
And don't act like you haven't been using some of my savings without asking.
What?
Just the other day, I was planning on paying for my dad's first round of medical bills while at the hospital, and so I had a look at my savings account. I saw on there that over the past couple of months, someone has been going through and taking out small amounts of money from there, adding up to around $30,000 in total. I was shocked to see that it was you doing that.
Where's the evidence that I did it?
When I had a look at where the money was being transferred to, there was your account number in the transaction history. What the hell have you been using my money on?
When I heard that Taylor would be getting married, I thought that I should celebrate, so I went to a strip club.
You went to a strip club?
Let me just tell you right now that I was not cheating on you. There was this one stripper that I was really into, but I was only going there to drink and watch her dance.
Oh, is that right? And then?
So, every time I went there, I was using my credit card to pay. I've been doing this for months, and after a while I went and had a look at my bank account and realised I didn't have enough money to pay the debt off.
And so you took money out of my account?
When you and I went to the bank together, I got a look at your savings account number.
Jesus frickin' Christ, Liam!
This all happened before the divorce, so why do you care? And since you and I were married at the time, your money that you had saved up was the both of ours. So there's no problem with me taking some of it.
Well, that right there is a big misunderstanding on your part.
Huh?
That money that I've saved up from before you and I got married is protected by law and remains for only me to use. It does not ever become yours to use as well just because you and I got married.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. But thankfully I already talked with your parents about all of this and they are paying me back. Along with things like the settlement I'm getting from you and all that. This means I'll be getting $40,000 from your parents, which you'll soon have to pay them.
$40,000?
Remember that it's your parents who will be asking for that from you next, so be ready. But you should mostly be prepared for just how pissed those two will be with you after what I've had to tell them.
No freaking way. They were already furious with me because of what happened at the wedding. $40,000.
Well, now that you're aware of all that, I am leaving. And I mean that as in I am never going to talk to you ever again.
Wait a sec.
What else do you want from me?
I'll help you take care of your dad from now on, so let me marry you again.
No thank you.
You replied to something like that quickly. You can't be serious.
Well, I don't want to be around you anymore.
Can't you at least put a little thought into it or something?
The reason I don't have to put any thought into my answer to you is because I've already thought long and hard about it and have come to realize how much I hate you now. Even my dad is aware of what all you've been doing and is so upset with you right now that if he wasn't in a hospital bed, he would be at your doorstep waiting for you to come out so that he could beat the hell out of you.
What?
That's all. Goodbye forever now, you pile of garbage. And that was it between Liam and I. I was only able to be married to Liam for about 1.5 years, but the fact that he cared too much about his sister and would even celebrate her by going to a strip club and all that made it pretty clear to me that he shouldn't have married me at all. As of right now, he's a divorced man and is hated by his little sister that he cared about way too much as a brother. Right now, he's still working at the same company he's always been a part of, but at that wedding, there happened to be a few of his coworkers there by coincidence. They all saw how he acted when he got drunk and watched as he was dragged out of the wedding. Since then, the workplace has been very tough on Liam, as he's surrounded by coworkers that are whispering about what happened with him all the time and giving him the cold shoulder. He's not able to leave his job there, though, as both of his parents are whooping his butt about paying them back that $40,000 they gave me. So until he's finished paying off his debt, he is stuck in that company. He can't even try to get himself fired either, because both his mom and dad told him that if they were to find out he left that job, they would make sure he could never work again. So for the time being, Liam will just have to put up with his new sucky life and hope that all of that cold shoulder and rumors about him don't drive him insane. I'm sure that even right now he's at work, hiding in some corner office as he tries to get anything done. All while listening to the whispers of his coworkers talking about how much of a jerk he is. As for things regarding my dad, he has finished going through all the surgeries he required, and is now just resting at the hospital. He should be out of there in another month or so, where he will then be able to start physical therapy with the support of myself and my sister-in-law. I've completely moved into his house now and found myself a job around here, and plan to stay here for the rest of my life, making sure that my dad is all right and doesn't get into another accident like that again.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Good morning, Cindy. I just dropped my little Alex off in front of your house. I'll see you in 3 days. I hope he's not too much trouble for you. Bye-bye. Wait, what? I'm sorry. Hold on a second here. I just now woke up. And Huh? What's going on? You dropped off Alex at my house? Isn't it obvious, silly? I'm asking you to look after Alex for a few days. I'm about to set off on a little 3-day vacation. It's going to be fantastic. So I'll come back to pick him up in the evening 3 days from now. This is the first time I've ever heard of this. Did you actually ask me to look after him for you? Did I say yes? Yeah, I did. I asked you just a few seconds ago. It's not like you've got anything to do, right? You're not busy. Oh, and don't worry, he doesn't have any allergies, so you can feed him whatever. Maddie, no, back up. Are you being serious right now? Like, really? Is this a joke or a prank or something? I've never in my life had anyone tell me to look after their kids so suddenly like this. Do I sound like I'm joking? No, I'm 100% serious, sweetie. I'm on my way to the airport right now. I don't have any time to waste. Like I said, I'll be back in 3 days to pick him up, so you two enjoy yourselves. This is not happening. Are you out of your mind? I cannot look after your kid for you. What makes you think you can just drop off your kid at my house and expect me to look after him? Turn around right now, come back here, and pick up your kid. I am not babysitting for you. Sorry, Cindy, no can do. If I turn back now, I'll never make it to the airport on time. That is not the issue. The issue is your child. I can't babysit for you, and besides, why am I the one you're doing this to? You have a husband, don't you? Family, friends, neighbors? Why couldn't you get one of them to look after Alex? I just trusted that you would be willing to help me out. I can always count on you in a pinch. Plus, there's a very important reason I can't leave Alex with my husband or family. I'm going on vacation with my boyfriend. How could I tell my husband about that? You understand, right? No, as a matter of fact, I understand even less now. Your boyfriend? Oh, come on, Cindy, you really don't get it? I have my husband and a boyfriend. Doesn't everyone? So yeah, I'm going on vacation with my boyfriend and I can't let my husband know about it. This is an awful lot to take in. You're going on vacation with your boyfriend and hiding it from your husband? So, you're having an affair and you're asking me to help you cover it up? I don't know. When you put it that way, it almost sounds like I'm doing something really bad. But yeah, you can't tell my husband about this, okay? Don't worry, it'll be really easy. He's on a week-long trip for work anyway, so he's not in town. If I tried to leave Alex with my family or neighbors, they might get blabby to my husband, and I can't have that. I would never hear the end of it. That's why I need you to do me a favor, Cindy. No, absolutely not. Not a chance. There is no way I'm going to be an accomplice in you cheating on your husband and lying to your family. I mean, I would maybe understand this a bit more if we were actually close friends, but we're not close friends. I've only known you for 3 months, Maddie, and I've never met Alex. And now you want me to look after a child for 3 days who I have never met? How could you expect me to do this for you? I would have refused even with a month's notice. Oh, come on. What's the problem? It's not like you have anything better to do. You're a full-time housewife. Don't tell me you're too busy living a pampered life funded by your husband's money. And you only have one kid that's just 2 years old. How much work could a 2-year-old possibly be? One more kid in the mix won't change things that much. I am not a housewife. Maybe you should have bothered to ask me about that first. I work from home. And I have a major project with a deadline coming up soon. I am far too busy to look after Alex. So no, I cannot and will not look after him for you. Come back and pick him up. And for the record, I wouldn't even agree to look after him if I was just a full-time housewife. Did you actually think I would believe that story? Ugh, grow up, Cindy. I have a super duper important project. You're an awful liar. Worse than that, a liar and a parasite. Excuse me? Exactly what is that supposed to mean? I'm a parasite? I don't know what you're so confused about. It's pretty obvious what I mean. But anyway, since you're a housewife with nothing better to do, there's nothing stopping you from taking care of Alex. After all, babysitting is the only value you provide to society. You've got some nerve, Maddie. I gotta go now, Cindy. I just got to the airport. Don't worry, I'll be back in 3 days. Oh, and I forgot to put a change of clothes in his backpack, so you'll need to do his laundry every day. Bye-bye. For the love of God, Maddie, what is wrong with you? Are you actually dropping your kid off with a practical stranger so you can go cheat on your husband? You're unbelievable. Answer me, Maddie. You're not on the plane yet. Wait a second. I'm looking outside my front door right now, and I don't see Alex anywhere. This is bad. He's not here. Are you sure you dropped him off at the right house? Maddie, I have no idea where Alex is. Maddie, answer me right now. Hey there, Cindy. I am back from my vacation. I had such a wonderful time. It's kind of depressing I have to go back to my ordinary life. Thanks so much for taking care of Alex for me. I'm getting in my car right now, and I'll be over in a bit to pick him up. Hello again, Maddie. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. That makes one of us anyway. Thanks to you, things have been in a state of utter chaos around here for the last 3 days. I'm so sorry to have troubled you. I hope Alex didn't take too much time away from that mega super hyper important project you were working on. You're such a drama queen. I am far too tired right now to care about your snide remarks, so I'll just ignore those pot shots. Uh-oh, somebody's angry. Don't worry, Cindy. Next time I'll be sure to give you a few days' notice, okay? Next time? There's not going to be a next time. Seriously, you're an unbelievable drama queen. Was it really so bad to actually contribute to society for once in your life? I think you've enjoyed the sweet life of leeching off your husband's money for long enough. You can do something useful every now and then. Man, I am so jealous of you. It must be great to be a housewife. It's too bad I actually have that little thing called ambition. I already told you, I do have a job. I am not a housewife. But be that as it may, housewives provide immeasurable benefits to society in a wide variety of ways. It's not just child rearing. Don't you know that women, particularly homemakers, make the vast majority of consumer purchases? They're a major driving force in the economy. And my own mother was a housewife, so I'll thank you to stop mocking them. My anger is starting to override my exhaustion. Geez, someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Anyway, I'm on my way to pick up Alex now. I really appreciate you helping me out. I'll be sure to come to you again next time I need a babysitter. Don't waste a trip. Alex isn't here. What? He's not? Okay, seriously now. Enough with the jokes, Cindy. Joking about having an important job is one thing, but joking about my kid? That's too far. I'm not joking. Alex genuinely is not at my house. Wait. You're not joking? Alex isn't there? What's going on? To make a long story short, your husband came to pick Alex up on the first day of your vacation, and Alex has been with him ever since. I told your husband all about your trip with your boyfriend, too. Your husband took Alex to stay with his parents out of state for the time being. What? I already told you. Enough with the jokes and lies, Cindy. How would you even be able to contact my husband? You don't know his number. Ugh, you're getting to be super annoying. It seems you don't understand just how much trouble you're in, so I'll explain everything from the beginning. I'll speak in very explicit detail so you'll be sure to understand. To recap, the first day of your trip, you texted me out of the blue demanding that I babysit your child. When I went to my front door to look for Alex, I couldn't find him anywhere. I started frantically searching the area before he got hit by a car or kidnapped. So I called around to my friends in the area to help. One of my neighbors eventually found him in a nearby park and stayed there with him until I could come to meet her. I explained to her the situation with you going on vacation and leaving Alex with me unannounced. Needing to find some way to contact your husband or his parents, I started asking around to everyone in the neighborhood if they knew their phone number, email address, or anything like that. Obviously, people were very curious as to why I suddenly had your child thrust upon me. So I explained to them all the details of you, your affair, and the vacation you were going on with your boyfriend. You what? And by an amazing coincidence, the younger brother of a friend of the person who lives 3 doors down from me went to high school with a friend of one of your husband's former college football teammates. We went down that line and were able to get your husband's phone number. That former teammate called your husband and got him to come back early from his business trip. After that, he came to pick Alex up and took him to his parents' place out of state, which brings us to where we are now. Just about every single person within a 10-mile radius knows about your salacious affair now. This was an unintended side effect, but I hope you can understand that I had no other option. You can't! How could you? How could you go blabbing about my personal business to everyone in the neighborhood? I explicitly told you to keep it a secret. And not only did you tell everyone in town, you told my husband? The person I wanted to keep it a secret from the most of all. What were you thinking? Actually, let me correct you there. You told me that I couldn't tell your husband about it, and I didn't tell your husband anything. You didn't tell me I couldn't tell anyone else about it. Don't give me that. I obviously meant for you to keep it a secret from everyone. How could you go around telling everyone in the town about something a friend told you in confidence? Some friend you are. Friend? What do you mean, friend? You show up one morning at my house and drop your kid off expecting me to babysit him while you sleep with your boyfriend. You insult me and housewives in general by calling me pampered and a parasite. And you expect me to treat you like a friend and keep your affair a secret from the people most affected? Let me ask you something. Why on earth would I do anything to help out an unfaithful wife, irresponsible mother, and all-around amoral slimeball like yourself? And in the first place, I'm not your friend. I'm not a slimeball. I notice you didn't refute the other 3 things I called you. You're just awful, Cindy. How can you talk to me in such a terrible way? You don't have any right to speak to me like that. I deserve to have a boyfriend. I work. I contribute to society. You're nothing but a parasite. So what if I was having an affair? That's none of your business. All you need to do is shut your mouth and do as you were told. Seriously, where do you get off talking so high and mighty to me? You're trash, Maddie. And if you were just trash, I might have let things slide. You're right. What concern of mine is it when someone I don't know has an affair? Lots of people I don't know have affairs. It's none of my business. But then you went out of your way to make it my business. And when you did make it my business, all bets were off. Honestly, I didn't really need to tell everyone about your affair to have them help me find Alex. I wanted to tell everyone. It felt so satisfying seeing the look on their faces as I told them every salacious detail. You bitch! I will never forgive you for this. My husband might divorce me because of what you did. What I did? When your husband inevitably divorces you, it will be because of what you did, namely abandoning your child with a stranger while you slept with your boyfriend. I swear to God, if my husband divorces me, I will destroy you. I know where you live, Cindy. Oh dear, are you threatening me right now? I think this calls for a conversation with my uncle, who is a partner at the biggest legal firm in town. You've probably seen his face on billboards. Who knows? Your case might end up on one of their TV commercials. You'll be famous. Wait, a lawyer? Your uncle's a lawyer? Can you give me his number? Why? Duh, my husband's definitely gonna divorce me. I'm gonna need a really good lawyer if I want to make it out of this with my lifestyle intact. If I hire your uncle, I might even be able to keep custody of Alex. Wow. Just wow. Not but 30 seconds ago you were threatening me, and now you want me to help you? Are you bipolar or something? You need help. Not that I'm going to give you any. You need a therapist, not a lawyer. Well, actually, you probably need both. You have to help me. It's your fault that all of this is happening to me. You're going to take responsibility for your actions. You chose to have the affair, you chose to go on a vacation with your boyfriend, and you chose to abandon your child at a stranger's house. Which one of those things is my fault? Any consequences from this are 100% on you, not me. Do you have any idea the kind of financial damage this is going to cause me? Look, I'm sorry, okay? There, I said it. I'm sorry for calling you a parasite, and I'm sorry for dropping my kid on you so suddenly. So come on, give me a break. Tell your uncle to defend me pro bono. No, I never want to speak to you again in my life. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's late and I have a big day ahead of me tomorrow, so I'll be taking my leave now. Goodbye. I blocked Maddie's number immediately after that. However, I made sure to preserve our message history so that I could give it to her husband's lawyer in preparation for the lawsuit. And once I did that, it was officially no longer my business, so I let Maddie's husband take care of it himself. I heard through the grapevine that, sure enough, Maddie's husband divorced her and won a massive judgment against her for her affair. He also won full custody of Alex and got to keep nearly every single piece of their joint property, leaving Maddie practically penniless. With no one else to turn to, Maddie tried to go to her boyfriend for help. But once he learned Maddie's husband's lawyer was trying to serve him with a lawsuit, he disappeared overnight. Maddie's parents were left with the unfortunate task of cleaning up after her mess. They weren't going to let her get off scot-free, however, and are making her earn her keep by having her be the live-in caretaker for their elderly relative. Ugh, why did that awful woman have to go and drag me into her tangled mess? Of course, the one person who I'm the most concerned about in this whole affair is their son, Alex. After the divorce, his father moved closer to his parents out of state. Apparently, Maddie was never a very affectionate mother to him. His grandparents, however, always loved him and are giving him all the affection he could ever want now. So he's now a much happier child than he was when he was with his mother. I guess that's the silver lining. Imagine if poor Alex had to live his whole childhood being raised by that woman. Yikes. But then again, none of that is any of my concern anymore. Thank God. Raiden, I have something important to talk with you about. Do you have some time to text with me?
What? Oh, hi, Lily. This is your first time texting me in over 3 days now, and you have something important to tell me? Finally? Hopefully it's something about where you ran off to, and why you did all that in the first place, leave me worried about where you are and how you're doing. And if it's something else that you think is important, why don't you come back home and tell me to my face? We should be able to talk to one another in person about things, considering you and I are married, especially after you just left me here.
Being married and having to talk in person takes a lot of time, especially after I've been away from you for a little bit now and haven't said a word. And what I have to talk with you about, I don't want taking a lot of time away. That's why I'm talking with you right now over text.
What are you talking about, Lily? Can't you just come home to me already? I've really been worried sick about you, and I'm afraid of what might be happening.
Listen, Raiden, I am pregnant with my boyfriend's kid.
What? Your boyfriend's kid?
I've been dating another man, and since he and I have been doing so well with one another, he got me pregnant. I wanted to tell you this sooner, but I was too afraid to at the time, so I ran to his place and have been staying there in his comfort. That's why I'm only getting back to you now, and wanted to tell you this. I'm going to go be with him now, so let's get this divorce over with.
I was wondering what you'd have to say and why you'd been gone, but if this is the thing you have to talk with me about, then we should be doing it face to face instead of over the phone. I understand to you that it will be a bit scary, but it's something we need to do as husband and wife. So, will you please come home now?
Jesus, why are you always like that all the time? You want to make a bigger deal out of all of this, right?
You told me that this was important, and seeing that what you have to say is very much important, we need to get together and talk. We're a family, and as such, this event is now a family matter.
I hate the fact that you're so weak, Raiden.
How does this make me weak?
It just does. Look at what you're wanting to do now. You're wanting to take something that you can't handle alone and drag all kinds of random people into it all so that they can help you deal with me, right?
I was only planning to have those that should know about what's happened here be a part of the conversation. They all deserve to know about what's happened between us here.
Well, I'm saying that a weak loser like you can't do anything by himself and has to have others around to help you. We're getting a divorce. No matter how many people you try and get to help you, they won't stop this. I've already made up my mind, and the choice I've made is to have this baby with their father and live a happy life there. We're going to have this divorce, and then I'll make sure to get as much settlement money out of you as possible.
Settlement money?
Be ready for that.
Hey, Kurt, I'm sorry to be asking you this out of nowhere. What is it? Something to do with work? I'd like you to have a look into the man that Lily has been cheating on me with. I know that this will be a surprise for you and all, but we can talk about all of the smaller details later. What? Lily? You mean your wife, Lily? She's been cheating on you with someone. How could she do that to you? That's what it looks like to me. And I'm not sure, Kurt. Before I had a feeling that she was with someone, but yesterday she just came out and said that she has been, to me. She even told me about how she's now pregnant with her boyfriend's kid. And I'm just not sure how to handle all of that yet. I'm sure in a few days all the emotions will really slap me in the face, so before then, I'd like your help. Are you kidding me? But so far, these are all the things that she said to me. I'd like to divorce her right now, but I'm going to need some solid evidence of her cheating on me before I make that move. And I have to have the address and name of the man she's been with in order to get that settlement from him too. But that's a tough job in and of itself. Well, I see. Well, that all makes sense to me. So, now that you're aware of all that, I'd like you to look into them for me. I need whatever evidence you can get of that man and my wife, so that the divorce can go a lot easier for me, and I won't be getting the short end of the stick. Alright then, I'll come up with something for you. It may take me a little time though, so hopefully you're not in too much of a rush. I have some time on my hands at the moment. Alright, good. As for today, before you head home, do you mind stopping by the office to come see me? I'd like to introduce you to a very good divorce lawyer I know. He's been a good friend of mine, and I'm sure he'll make good work of that divorce for you. That would help me out a bunch. Once I'm finished with work, I'll send you a text letting you know that I'm on my way over. See you later, Chris, and thank you. As a deposit for your help, I'll make sure to get you a case of beer or something this week. Alright, that would be awesome. I'll see you later today then.
Hey, Raiden. Have you still not gotten around to divorcing me? I made sure to leave that divorce paperwork with you before I left, right? I already went and got all my things from your place while you've been at work. I will not be seeing you again, so just finish the divorce for me already. I just need you to sign those papers and take them to the courthouse. I would like to be married to my boyfriend before the baby comes. You wouldn't want for me to ask for even more money in this settlement, right? For every week you take getting that paperwork handed in, I am raising the settlement by 100,000, all right? All you are is a simple office worker, so shouldn't you be taking care of business before you go into debt? I really think it's best that you hurry it up there. Raiden, you have to have noticed it's been a week now since the last time I spoke to you, right? Are you just trying to pick on me now or something? Well, that's just going to hurt you in the end. Since you've just been taking your time with the divorce, the settlement is now up to $200,000. I told you already, right? Every week you take getting that divorce figured out will be another 100,000 I ask for. If you don't give me this divorce, then I won't be able to marry my boyfriend. I'm sure that a man like you doesn't know this, but if a woman doesn't get married within 100 days of her divorce, she has no chance of getting married again. So if you don't hurry all of this up, then I'm going to have this baby and never get married in time. I want to have my wedding before my belly becomes too big as well, so come on now, hurry up! And just like that, you now owe me $300,000 in the settlement. Hey, you understand that, right? You have now wasted another week messing around and I'll be getting another $100,000. Well, at least for me, I'll be getting more and more money every week you waste over there. I guess I'm pretty lucky here. But there has to be a limit to how long you're going to take here. I want to be married to my boyfriend before giving birth to this baby. Stop making me tell you this. Hurry up and hand in that paperwork to the courthouse.
Willie?
What? So you've finally gone and handed in that paperwork, right? That's what you're going to tell me?
Nope, I still haven't handed that in yet.
Huh?
You have been wanting for the both of us to get a divorce. And so, before I can make that happen, I needed to gather some evidence.
Gather some evidence?
You happen to know that my friend Kurt works as a detective, right?
Ah, there was a friend like that.
I didn't want to hand in the divorce paperwork and let you run off with all my things. Hence why I haven't gotten around to handing anything in yet.
Run off with all your things?
I want to make sure that I get my share of the settlement before letting you go.
Come on now, you thought I was going to do that to you? I just wanted this divorce to happen was all. But then you kept taking your time, which is why I started to raise the amount I'd be asking for. That was foolish of you to wait so long. So I'm not going to run away until I have the money you've made me wait for now. If anything, I'm not going to let you run away after this divorce either.
Do you have any idea what you're talking about right now? I can see you're still talking about that $300,000 and all.
Well, of course I am. I have a right to that money. Actually, I was hoping to get $400,000 with you, but you finally came around to talking. I guess that'll do. Consider the settlement to be $300,000, all right? You should be thankful that's all I'm asking you for. For $300,000, I will go ahead and divorce you.
What? You're really okay with paying me $300,000?
What?
I'm talking about the settlement. It's all right for me to get that much from you?
Huh? Are you trying to tell me that you're going to get that money from me?
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, come on. Are you being serious?
I'm being very serious.
Oh man. You're going to make me pee myself. You're crazy.
What's so crazy about that?
Well, that's crazy because it sounds to me like you have no idea what you're talking about.
All I'm saying are things that actually make sense in this context.
But look at yourself right now. You're acting like you should be the one getting the settlement from me for some reason.
Tell me how that makes me the crazy one here.
Come on now. When it comes to the settlement, only women are allowed to get it. Which means you being a man, you have to pay me that money, right? I see now. So that's why you've been waiting 3 weeks now and have gotten the amount up to $300,000. You're flat out crazy. But it's not like I'm going to ask for anything less than that amount.
What have you been going on about, Lily? In the case of this settlement, the one who is unfaithful will have to pay the affected party the settlement.
What?
This is not about gender.
Huh? You're the one who has to pay, right?
I really have no clue where you got the misconception from or how badly you hit your head to think that was the way things worked. But maybe you should have a look on the internet or go and ask a lawyer about this. Well, actually, it seems you did get that kind of an idea from the internet. So, how about you go and talk with an actual divorce lawyer, and they'll set you straight. I'm assuming what you've been referring to is this one instance where a woman said that all females get the settlement in a divorce. But that was just some idiot online. And in all the comments, people went on and on and on about how she was so stupid for thinking such a thing.
What? No way.
Right. So really, you and the man you've been going out with will be paying me the settlement. Of course, something like $300,000 is way too high. But something like $70,000 from each of you will most likely happen.
That much?
I've already been talking to a pro about all this, so don't think I have anything wrong here. Have you, come to understand reality now?
No way. This can't be happening to me. That's not good for me.
What's not?
I thought that I'd be the one getting the money in this divorce. I've already gone and bought all kinds of high-end things. High-end baby clothes and high-end clothes for myself as I grow larger. A really nice stroller and a really nice cradle. Some new shoes and a new fancy purse. What am I going to do? The amount I owe on my credit card is insane. I won't have enough to pay it off.
So, this is what happens to those that get tricked by online sources.
What?
So you went and spent all that money you never had, and are now being asked to pay it with money you still don't have. You had always been terrible with my money while you were my wife, but I didn't think you'd get any worse.
Actually, things should be fine without the divorce, right? I'm not going to divorce you anymore. I'll make sure to break up with my boyfriend now, and I'll make sure to make you the father of this baby.
What? Do you have any idea what you're talking about, Lily?
Well, this would be amazing for you, right? You'll be able to raise and love my baby for me, and you won't have to say goodbye to me anymore. There is so much merit to all of this for you, right?
That's just loads of demerits, you idiot.
What?
What the hell is wrong with you? Acting all happy about making me have to raise your boyfriend's kid like that.
But it's also my kid, right?
No freaking way am I taking that kid.
Why not?
I have nothing against the child you'll have or anything, but I'm not going to be used by you in order to raise your kid while you go cheat on me.
I'm telling you that I won't divorce you anymore, Raiden.
And I want a divorce. Now.
What?
Well, after I found out that you've been cheating on me and got pregnant, every ounce of love that I had for you is gone. And that love is never coming back again.
No. Then what am I going to do? I don't have tens of thousands of dollars, Raiden.
How about you start by running off to and crying to your parents?
What?
I've already told them about everything that's happened.
What?
We already made a promise that if you're not going to be able to pay me, they would in your place. Of course, they're going to get all that money back from you at some point in the future.
Wait,
That's all I have to say to you now. Later on, my lawyer will be going to meet you, so at that time, you may talk with them about anything else you have to say.
Wait a second.
I'm going now.
Raiden, I just had my baby, and so I'm wanting to ask you for child support now. Actually, my boyfriend ended up making a new girlfriend and ran off with her. So, Raiden, huh? You're not reading any of these.
For starters, that child that my ex ended up giving birth to was never mine, so I didn't have to give her any child support or anything like that. Yet she continued to message me about the child support she just assumed I'd have to pay her, showing that she hadn't looked up anything about this beforehand. What a joke, that woman. I just went ahead and blocked her number after seeing all that, and then went and blocked her on all my social media platforms. I've moved out of town now, so I'm not too worried about her coming to talk to me in person. But just to be safe, I told my lawyer to get me a restraining order on her. I'm still working the same job that I had, but my boss is willing to let me do it remotely from here, as long as I at least make it to the office once a month for meetings. A little while later, I got an official apology from her parents with the settlement, and they told me that they sent her far away to her aunt, who lives far away from the state. She's being forced to work now out there, and all of the money she'll make will go back to her parents in order to pay them back. I've been told as well that the aunt she is living with is a very strict woman, and will make sure that she doesn't stop working every day until that money is paid. And she is no longer considered a major embarrassment to their family. And as for that kid, her parents are taking care of it right now. Originally, they had wanted to put it into a foster home of some sort, but after realizing the kid didn't deserve a life like that, they took him in their home and said they'd raise the little guy until Lily was back. And when that day comes, and Lily has been changed into a proper woman again, that is useful in some way to the world again, she'll get her kid back and be forced to live on her own. A lot of things have happened to the both of us, but from here on out, we'll have nothing to do with one another. I've made sure to thank all those people that have helped me through this long divorce process, and have also made sure that I don't think of myself as weak for getting help during times like this. I'm going to do what I can to start a new life as a now recently divorced bachelor. Serenity, is your leg doing all right?
Oh, hi, Dad.
I heard that you took a fall down the stairs at school today.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention and slipped down the whole flight of them. But besides a couple bangs and bruises, the only real damage was a slight sprain in my left ankle. It's bad enough where I'm being sent home for the day, but it's not that bad, so you don't have to worry about it.
I see. Must be bad enough, though, if you're being sent home.
Well, I only have one period left, so instead of staying at school barely able to walk, they said it's better I go home and rest. That last period is gym as well, so there's really no point in me going if I'm not able to move much.
Well, at least it's not too painful for you right now. By the way, I haven't been able to get in touch with your mum at all today.
Oh, I see. Same with myself. Someone from the school office tried to give her a call as well, telling her about what happened, but she didn't pick up. They gave her office a call as well, but they said she wasn't at work right now.
What is she up to right now, then?
The person from her work said that she might be driving right now, and that's why she hasn't been able to answer.
Ah, that might be the case. But it's been a little bit now, and she still hasn't gotten back to me. Also, sorry about me not being able to call back right away.
Don't worry about it. At least you're texting me now about this. Did you make it over to Minnesota then for your business trip? I'd assume so because you're able to text with me now. Well, anyway, luckily the school got a hold of Grandma and she's on her way with the car right now to get me.
Oh, is that right? She did say to me last week that today she'd have the day off.
Well, since she's on her way, I'll be fine.
Sounds good. I'll make sure to come back from this trip soon, so don't get too crazy with that ankle of yours.
All right. Have a fun time over there.
Hey, thank you.
Dad, I'm in trouble. I need help right now.
What's going on, Serenity? Don't tell me you fell on that ankle again. I really hope that nurse didn't mess up and it's actually broken or something.
No, this isn't about my leg. I just got home a second ago and limped up to the door to unlock it, but for some reason it was already open. I thought that maybe I forgot to lock the door before going to school today, so I just let myself in. But right as I walked through the front door, a man I have never seen before came at me from the toilet.
Huh?
The moment he saw me, he started to scream at me, saying to not come into other people's houses like that. And then he pushed me outside and slammed the door before locking it on me.
Don't tell me you accidentally went to the wrong house.
I didn't, Dad. This is our house. I know it. Grandma was the one to drop me off here as well, so there's no way this is the wrong house.
That's true. What the heck is going on there then?
I don't think I should be saying something like this to you, Dad.
What do you have to say?
There's a car with the company's name that Mom works for written on it parked in front of the house on the road.
What? So, her company car then?
Yeah. I also saw a woman that looked like Mom in her suit running for it out of the back. I'm not sure it was her though or not because she ran past so quickly that I couldn't see her face. And then she got into that company car.
I see. So, that is her company's car then?
I'm not sure I should think this about her, but...
I know, Serenity. I know.
Right now things are too crazy and scary here, so I'm going to stay at Grandma's house. I'm not sure who that was in the house or what he will do, so I'm just going to stay away from here.
Alright. Please go and stay with her then. I don't want you getting any more hurt than you already are. I'm going to try giving your mum one more call, and if she doesn't answer, I might have to call the police. Until I say it's okay for you to go back to the house, stay with your grandma.
Alright. I'm sorry for texting you like this while you're working.
Don't worry about that. This is an emergency, so I'm glad you told me about it. Please go to your grandma's and relax now. Emily? Where are you right now?
I'm out on my break right now. And what's going on with you, Sam? What about your work?
I'm already in Minnesota now, and have some time on my hands to talk.
What?
And all those calls you got from me were about how Serenity sprained her ankle at school today. She got the rest of the day off and her school and I were trying to reach you about it.
She got the rest of the day off?
She only had one period left, and I think it was gym class or something, so they just sent her home.
Ah, I see. Well, the reason I wasn't able to answer it all is because I've been on the road. So that must mean that Serenity will be getting home really soon here, right?
No, my mum will be taking care of her today. She was the first person to pick up the call from the school, so she went in to pick Serenity up. She took Serenity back home with her, and that's where she's staying at the moment.
Ah, I see. I didn't know that happened.
Anyway, until either myself or you get home, my mum will be looking after her and her sprained ankle.
Well, that's good to hear that she's doing all of that for Serenity.
Now, I'm getting back to work.
I have to get back to work as well here, so I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey, Dad, you're a bit worried about Mom now, aren't you?
What?
Sorry for talking about this so suddenly. I'm having lunch right now, so I thought I'd text you about this.
Well, I'm on my lunch as well right now, so we can talk if you want. Why would you ask me something like that?
Well, this is the follow-up to what happened the day I got home from school early. I told you about how Mom's company car was parked by the house and how I saw who I thought was her running to it, right?
Well, yeah.
You don't have to hide how you feel about this, Dad. We both know what's going on with her now. Remember how Mom would always go on about how she never had her own company car and always had to share? Well, I think she came to the house that day with the man that kicked me out, and that's why the car was parked outside. She probably never told that man about how she had a daughter in high school or something, and that's why things ended up the way they did that afternoon.
Serenity.
Dad, when I came home from school that day, I walked into Mom having an affair.
You don't have to tell me that.
Dad?
I'm sorry that you had to witness something like that from your own mother. Just leave the rest of this to me, please.
Okay then. Well, that's all I'll say. I'm going with you, Dad, wherever you go, okay?
Serenity. Right now, I'm in the middle of collecting evidence of your mum cheating on me. But when the time comes, I'll let you know what I plan to do, and what'll happen after that. I'm sorry, but can you just keep quiet about all of this for a little longer?
All right. I'll be fine, Dad.
I'm sorry to ask you that, but thank you. Emily, where are you right now?
I'm on my break right now. What do you need?
This isn't anything we need to talk about right now if you're busy.
Is that right? Well, then I'm sorry to say this, but I'm getting back to work right now, so we can talk later on.
I see. You must be really busy there then. Busy with that man you brought over to the house and all. Well, I'm sorry to say, but I just sold the house, so hurry up and leave there, please.
What? You sold the house? What are you going on about? Also, what man? Right now I'm on my break at work, Sam.
I know, Emily. You're on your break from work right now, and during your break you bring that man to our house and mess around with him there.
Huh?
And that man happened to get a duplicate of the house's key from you, so he comes to the house first sometimes, and then once you've parked your company car out in front of the house on the road, you go inside for a little bit to join him. You both go up to our bedroom and get whatever pleasure you want from one another before you have to get back to work. Normally you both go out on dates and things like that when I'm not in town. And when money is low and you don't have enough for dates, you both use the house instead, right?
No way. How?
2 months ago, or about that, Serenity came home from school early due to her sprained ankle. Do you remember that?
I remember. Your mom went to the school and got her for us because she was the first to get back to the school about it. And then Serenity stayed at your mom's house for a while, right?
Actually, before she went to my mum's house, she went home, thinking that everything would be all right there.
What?
During that time, Serenity walked into the house after realizing the door was unlocked, and she was met by your boyfriend coming out of the bathroom.
Huh?
But your boyfriend had no idea that you had yourself a daughter who was in high school. He screamed at her saying that she can't come into random people's houses like that before he kicked her out.
He never told me anything about that.
So you know about him, Does this mean we can agree that you've been cheating on me with him then?
Wait a second.
Whether you want to confess to it or not, I already have all the proof I need of you cheating. So you're not going to fool me anymore.
You're kidding me. So because of that one instance, you were able to catch on to everything?
And that's why that house is sold now.
What?
You had a man that Serenity had no clue about in that house alone with her, and he screamed at her before kicking her out. She is scared to death now, going to the house all on her own, and she doesn't even want to live there anymore. You think that either of us want to live in the same house that you were cheating on me in? No way.
Hold on a second, Sam. Does this mean that both you and Serenity have moved already?
That's right. We've moved.
No way. Come on now, Sam. I just started to have a look around the house right now, and both your things and hers are all gone.
We learned that you'd always bring your boyfriend over in the afternoon to have sex with him. So this morning we took care of all our things before you came. In 2 days, the new owners of the house will be there, so you need to leave soon.
In 2 days?
I'll make sure to talk to your parents about everything that's happened for you.
Huh?
I'm sure you'll be able to go back to their house and live there, so don't get too worried.
What? You can't do that to me. You understand that both my parents hate people that are not faithful when married, right? So don't tell me to calm down right now. Are you trying to pick on me now?
Oh, does it sound like I'm picking on you right now?
Also,
Also, I've already made sure to talk with your boyfriend's parents about all this.
What?
I can't believe that he was hiding the fact that he has a kid from you as well. And on top of that, he's already divorced, but still talks with his ex-wife's parents.
What? No!
Now, just a second ago, his parents sent him a very scary message. I'm sure that he's looking at that message from them right in front of your eyes, right?
Huh? How could you tell them about all of this?
Well, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. So now that you're aware of all that, the next step between you and I is talking about divorce and what that entails.
Divorce?
Anyway, if you have anything else to say to me over text, please talk to my lawyer about it first.
You are terrible. I was thinking at least with this divorce I'd still be able to marry my boyfriend. But now that you told him about how I was already married to you while this was going on, he's run off and I can't get an answer from him. Also, I was thinking that I could meet with Serenity today and talk with her, so I waited outside the school. But when she came out to leave the school, she just ignored me and walked off with her friends. I am that child's mother. You are stealing everything I had. You're a jerk. And now you're asking to get a settlement from me as well? You are a frickin' demon. Satan! How about you pick up your dang phone, Sam?
That last group of messages I got from Emily seemed to me like she was very upset. So I waited a couple more days to go and talk with her while my lawyer was with me, and that seemed to help make her shut up. My lawyer told her that she needed to pay me in one payment and would also be paying child support for a few more years. And then he finished by saying that I'd be blocking her number and all her social media accounts so that she could never get a hold of me again. After that, she ended up paying me the settlement and would begin paying child support every month. I was also thinking about getting a settlement from her boyfriend, but felt bad because he never knew that Emily was married. But a little while after the divorce, his sister came to my house and apologized to me for everything he had done, made sure that he'd send me some money as an apology. With that, well, I'd say that I'm happy with the outcome. At about the same time as the divorce, Emily was fired from her job. The reason for that being she used the company car to come all the way back to the house on her breaks to cheat on me. Also, both of her parents ended up cutting ties with her. Emily had literally lost everything, including her parents' love, and left town to go find somewhere no one would find her. Even to this day, I'm not sure where she is, but I do know that she's still alive somewhere and making money, as I'm still getting child support from her every month. As for myself and Serenity, after everything, we moved to the other side of town, into a house close to my parents' home. I'm still working my same old job, and since Serenity is old enough to take care of herself most of the time, I don't have to worry about anyone being there to watch her. Also, with us being so close to my parents now, she feels a lot more comfortable coming home, knowing that if there ever is another stranger in the home, she can run right over to their house and wait for me.
Hey, Tamara, let's do something this weekend.
Oh, hi, Ian.
You don't have any work this weekend, do you? We haven't gone out on a date since last month. I really miss you. Don't worry about money either. I'll pay for everything. My treat.
Ah, well, gee, Ian. That sure is a wonderful offer, and I would love to take you up on it. But unfortunately, a friend invited me to go on vacation this weekend, so yeah.
What? A vacation? That's news to me. You haven't said anything about that until right now.
Yeah, they just messaged me about an hour ago and invited me.
Oh, well, okay. I hope you have fun, but man, that was really short notice about the vacation, huh? Your friend is lucky you were off from work.
Someone else was planning to go along, but that person had something come up last minute, and since they already have the tickets and everything, I got invited instead.
Ah, I see.
So, yeah. I know you're my boyfriend and all, and I really appreciate the invitation, but since my friend talked to me first, I'm gonna go with them. Sorry, we'll hang out another time.
Nah, don't be sorry. Thing is, though, there's something I've been wanting to talk to you about for a while. So do you think we could meet up sometime before this weekend? We can meet up after you get out of work. Just let me know what your schedule is and I'll make it work for me.
Can't you just tell me by text?
I mean, sure I could, but it's something I'd rather talk to you about in person.
Oh, okay. I'll let you know if it seems like I'll be able to fit you into my schedule.
Thanks, Tamara. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Ian, do you have a minute?
Hey, Tamara. You want to talk about when we can meet up, right? I'm really looking forward to seeing you.
Kinda. I guess it's not totally unrelated. Well, to be more specific, I don't think I'll have any reason to meet up with you anymore. So I'll go ahead and say everything I have left to say to you right here.
What? You almost sound like you're gonna break up with me.
Well, the truth is, I'm pregnant with your brother's baby.
What? My brother's baby? You mean my younger brother, Jordan?
Well, duh. You don't have any brothers, do you?
No, I guess I don't.
Okay, then I'm not sure why you're so confused about it. Yeah, it's Jordan's baby.
Are you out of your mind? Jordan's only 19. He's young enough to be your little brother. I mean, he is my little brother.
I know, right? That's what makes it so awesome.
Awesome? You mean awful?
I mean, it's not like we were trying to get pregnant or anything, so that was kind of unplanned, but it just felt so good doing it with a young stud that I kept doing it over and over again. And, well, then I got pregnant.
I would appreciate you holding back any unnecessary details about you sleeping with my little brother.
Sorry, I just can't help myself. So yeah, like I was saying, even if I wasn't expecting to get pregnant, this means I get to marry your super hot younger brother. So I'm actually pretty happy about it. Jordan loves me, and that's all that matters. So I don't care about his age or his relationship with you.
When did this happen? How did this happen? Our house is like a 3-hour drive from you.
Are you kidding? You didn't know? Jordan enrolled in a college with a campus downtown. He's living on his own in an apartment just a little ways away from me.
Wait, really? I never heard about that.
Whoa, I guess Jordan and your parents weren't kidding.
What? You've even met my parents?
Yeah, isn't it great? You never once took me to your house or introduced me to your parents, did you?
Yeah, and I've told you the reason for that 1,000,000 times before now. My parents treated me like a red-headed stepchild. They gave Jordan everything he wanted and left me with nothing but scraps. You ever hear about hand-me-downs? Well, I got hand-me-ups. I was waiting all through high school for the day I'd finally graduate and be able to leave that family far, far behind me. I haven't gone back home a single time since that day I started college. That's why I never took you to meet them. I didn't want to see them, much less introduce my girlfriend to them.
Yeah, I know. That's what you always told me. But I started to think, is it really fair to base my opinion of them on your one-sided version of the story? It seemed too unbelievable to be true. So about 6 months ago, I figured out what your address was and went to meet them by myself.
You what?
I found your home phone number in your phone's contact list. So I called them up and arranged for a time where I could meet them. Then I waited until a weekend when you were busy, drove up there by myself and introduced myself. I got there pretty late, and it was a long drive back, so they told me I could stay the night.
What the?
It just so happened that Jordan was visiting his parents that weekend, and that night was the first time we were together.
What is the matter with you? I told you time after time how awful they treated me, and after all that, you just go by yourself. And not just that, you... with my little brother.
Yeah, and you know what I found out? They're not nearly as bad as you made them out to be.
Well, I'm sure they put on the best act of their lives.
And you know what else I found out? It was you who was the bad guy, not them.
You gotta be kidding me.
You broke into Jordan's room and stole the money he had saved up at his job during high school. You stole Jordan's girlfriends away from him. You never listened to anything to your parents told you. You were just a complete and total brat.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. That's what Jordan did to me. He stole my money and my girlfriend's. I was the one who worked hard to make something of myself.
Look, Ian, it's your word against theirs. And all three of them told me the exact same story. So if you ask me, What they say is way more credible than what you say. It's 3 versus 1, Ian, so logically, the only conclusion I can reach is that they're telling the truth and you're lying.
It may be 3 versus 1, but all 3 of them are lying.
Whatever. So anyway, you remember me telling you I was going on vacation this weekend? Well, the truth is that I was actually going to your parents' house with Jordan so we could announce our pregnancy to them.
You're a real piece of work.
And since now, Jordan and I are having a baby together, there's no point in us staying together. You would only get in the way. So this is goodbye, Ian.
I see. If you're pregnant, then yeah, I guess you're right.
Obviously I'm right. I'm so happy that I can finally be together with Jordan.
Well, if that's all you gotta say, then I guess we can end this right here. Goodbye, Tamara.
So long, Ian. I'm gonna have a great life with Jordan.
Just do me one last favor and give Jordan and my parents a message for me. I'm cutting them out of my life. I don't ever want to see or hear from any of them ever again.
Good grief, Ian. Don't you think this is the perfect opportunity for you to reflect on your mistakes and reunite with your family? You're such a child.
Reunite with them? I'd rather die.
Whoa, I had no idea you were such a stubborn brat, Ian. I thought you were better than that.
You can think whatever you want about me. I don't care anymore. Goodbye.
Ian, you've got to help me.
Tamara, what the hell do you want?
Don't talk to me like that. I'm in a major crisis over here.
Not that I care. What's the problem?
What do you mean was the problem? You, of all people, should know. Your mother is an absolute monster. She's treating me like a red-headed stepchild. Don't laugh at me. This is serious. You have to help me.
Nah, I think I'll pass. I tried to warn you, but you ignored me and dove headfirst into that family. If you want help, why don't you ask your darling husband, Jordan?
Jordan's not at home. He has college classes to attend, so he's still going to be back in the city.
Really?
We did get legally married without a ceremony, since I was pregnant and all. But I couldn't just force Jordan to drop out of college to take care of me. That wouldn't be fair to him. So I quit my job and moved into your family's house so that your mom could help me out with the baby after the birth. But she isn't just helping. It's more like kidnapping. She took the baby away from me and won't let me see him. Your dad stares at me a bunch of the time. It's super unnerving. Jordan's the only one who I could talk to about all of this. But he's at college and never comes home. And the worst part is, I heard that he might be cheating on me with another girl at school.
Wow, sounds like you're having a pretty rough time of things. That honestly doesn't surprise me in the least. Actually, it would have surprised me if it didn't turn out like this.
Oh, now you tell me. If you saw this coming, why didn't you tell me? If I had any idea this is what they really were, I never would have married into this family.
What are you talking about? I did tell you. About everything. I told you that my mom was an overbearing queen bee. I told you that my dad was a lecherous creeper. I told you that Jordan thinks monogamy is a type of wood.
But they seem so nice.
The vile creature Jordan turned out to be is a direct product of being raised by my overbearing queen bee mother and lecherous creeper father. And I told you about all of this time after time. But you decided not to heed my warnings, met with my family behind my back. And after meeting them just one time, you immediately decided that I must be the one who was lying, and they were actually all super nice people. But not just that, you slept with my younger brother the very night you met him. You knew everything that there was to know, and yet you decided to throw in your hat with them. I've already cut off all contact with them, and I don't consider them to be my family anymore. So nothing they do to you is my problem.
How can you be so cold? I get it now. You were right. You were right all along, Ian. So please, can't we get back together? I'll be the best wife you could possibly dream of having.
And what about your kid?
I'll figure out some way to take him back from your mother and get out of here so we can raise him together. I'll let you be his dad.
You'll let me, huh?
Yeah, he's already your nephew, right? That's pretty close to being your son. And since he's the biological son of your beloved wife, I know you'll have no problem loving him like he was your own. We'll have a wonderful life together, just the three of us.
No, never, not on your life.
Just give it a chance. You'll come to like our life together, I know it.
Life with a rusty nail being constantly driven into my brain would be preferable to life with you.
You've got to do something. Will you at least come down here and take me away from here? All I need is a ride. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, it actually is.
But why?
Because I'm not in the country.
You're not? Then where are you?
Not in the country. I got transferred to an overseas branch for my company with a promise of a major promotion. And I'm looking at getting my permanent residency visa as soon as possible.
That's wonderful for you. But why didn't you tell me about that?
I was trying to tell you about it right before you broke up with me, so never even had the chance.
Oh, wait, now that I think about it, you were saying that you had something important that you wanted to talk to me about in person. Was that it?
Yep. My company was talking about the possibility of the transfer at the time, and I told them that before I gave them a definitive answer, I wanted to talk to my girlfriend, you. And that's why I wanted you to set aside some time to talk to me in person. But then I found out that you had betrayed me in the worst way imaginable, so I no longer needed your input.
Whoa, so that's what's going on? If I had only talked with you openly back then, maybe I'd be over there right now, standing by your side.
Are you kidding me? The very second I found out you were pregnant with Jordan's child, I'd have kicked you to the curb in an instant.
Really?
Yeah, really. Well then, now that all of that's all been said, I think it should be perfectly clear why I will never help you. I wouldn't even help you if I was living across the street, much less across the globe.
You're so cruel.
Also, I'm going to get rid of this phone soon since I now have a plan with a local carrier over here. So there will no longer be any way for you to contact me ever again.
Ian, please.
So this is goodbye, Tamara. Forever.
Ian, don't do this. Ian.
I heard about what happened after that from my other relatives. My family found out that Tamara had contacted me and they took away her phone. Jordan came home to visit a short while later while on break from his classes. And since Tamara really could just not help herself, about a month after that, she found out she was pregnant with her second child. Pregnant again and unable to run away on her own, Tamara tried going to her parents for help. But it would seem that being easily fooled by bad actors runs in the family. Because when her parents met my parents, they had a grand old time and left reassured that their daughter was in good hands. And then, sometime later, it was Jordan's turn to cause trouble. He started stalking one of his female professors who spurned his advances, got criminally charged for it, sued, and kicked out of the school. The impacts of this didn't just stop with Jordan. In order to pay off the lawsuit and his legal bills, my parents had to sell their house. That was barely enough to cover it, so, left homeless and impoverished, they had no choice but to put their kids into foster care. I'd think that at this point, Tamara could just divorce Jordan and save herself a world of trouble. But for whatever reason, she doesn't seem to be making any efforts to do so.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.